Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television and Board Game. Today, right in my hands is Magic #1. We're doing a dual review for this highly anticipated comic based off of the classic card game, the collectible card game from Wizards of the Coast. Now, I was a Magic fan back in the day when it came out, from Unlimited, Revised, to Legends, and I think Fallen Empires after that, and maybe a couple other sets. I was a Magic player, pretty damn good at it too back in the day. I've kind of fallen off, and honestly, it's a little more overwhelming to get back into it. But, I read the old school Magic comics when they actually came with Magic cards, and probably still have copies unopened with those cards. So I kind of wanted to check out this new series and see how it did. How well is it, I think, capture the world of Magic, and is it accessible for new readers? It's written by Jed MacKay, illustrated by Guara, colored by Arianna, Consonni, lettered by Dukeshire. First thing that catches my mind is the cover's a little bit thicker than a normal cover, which is pretty cool. So the series takes place in Ravnica. I think that's how you pronounce it. A big, sprawling city in the world. Of course, for those who don't know, there's things called planeswalkers, which are kind of magicians that can walk between the various worlds of Magic, multiverse. Embrace the multiverse, so each world has kind of different style and all that, and they wield these magic powers based off of colors, stuff like that. Basic, quick way of describing the game and the world. So this takes place in one of the worlds, and it takes place in the city, which I think is a little unexpected for maybe people who are new to the game and don't really know the world all that well. I think it's a great way and great place to start is that it kind of catches people off guard a little, as I was expecting more of like a fantasy setting, but this is kind of like a mix of not quite steampunk, not fantasy, not modern, but like it's a fairly interesting mix of a city. What's also really solid is that it kind of forgoes just the simple of Planeswalker versus Planeswalker. It's a kind of it's an intriguing thing. The Ravnica has tons of guilds. And 3 of these planewalkers who are heads of their guilds there's an attempted assassination on them. So it brings them together to kind of solve this mystery. Really simple concept as far as story, but works really well. And, basically takes this normal, this very familiar story type and puts the world of Magic in it, as opposed to just going off a whole bunch of planeswalkers battling each other and dueling each other, which would have been kind of boring and not all that great. So we've got the world of Magic set in a story I think so many of us are familiar with, which is really good because it makes it accessible for new readers because they can just be like, all right, it's a political murder mystery with magic wielders, which is cool. The other thing I think is really good is it doesn't go too steep into the actual Magic cards and abilities and all that. Instead, it's there, and I think longtime fans of Magic the Gathering will appreciate that and be able to spot more than maybe the average person. Like, there's a lot of stuff I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a spell, but I don't know the cards well enough to be like, that's X, Y, and Z, which is kind of cool. So overall, there's a nice mix of, I think, spot the reference for longtime Magic fans and a solid introduction for people who are new to the universe and world. The art is, I think, really, really nice. It's comic art. This isn't Magic card art, which can be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But I think Guara and the rest of the team do a solid job depicting the world. And honestly, looking at the printed copy, I like it a lot more than I did digitally. I originally read this digitally, and I think the printed version, just the art pops way more than on the screen. And I don't know what it is. The art, the paper itself is a little bit thicker and a nicer grade than I think your average comic, which really stands out. We're going to end it there. Beautiful colors, really pops. It's funny is this is the comic that I think I like better printed than I did on digital. And the printed actually, I think, does it a real nice justice. I think the only thing that would make this amazing is if they went back and did the old school, here's a card within the comic itself, which, would be a nice throwback. But overall, if you are a fan of Magic the Gathering, check it out. If you like fantasy comics, check it out. If you just like comics in general, check it out. This is out now in comic shops. You can go get it. We've got a link beneath this video where you can go find a local comic shop, put in your zip code, tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, so thank you. And yeah, if you are into games, you can go check us out at boardgametoday.com. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Board Game Today. And of course, if you're into comics, follow us at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep playing those games, keep reading those comics, and most importantly, keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.